Hi guys, it's Nick Elsmore, and today I'm going to talk about 3 ways that property will make you money. Before you say, I know what many of you are going to say, Nick, there's dozens of ways that property will make you money, and that is true, there are. What I'm really going to concentrate on today, which is all about my strategy and what I've done for the last 21 years, I like to own the asset. So today I'm not going to be talking about rent to rent or anything like serviced accommodation or any other ways to earn money, deal sourcing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So 3 ways to earn money with the asset, the property asset. Okay. So number 1 is you've got cash flow. So that is we buy a property, we rent it out for, let's say, £1,000 a month. And after we've paid the mortgage, let's say we've got £800 left, we now have an income per month of £800. So we call that a cash flow strategy because every month that property will give off a residual income, will give you cash straight into your bank account. Now, obviously, we've got to have the costs for acquiring the property, but once we've bought the property, that's what I call a cash flow strategy, whereby you get paid every month. So imagine it's like you're like a farmer and you've got lots of cows in the field, and every day the cow gives you milk. You wouldn't want to kill the cow, otherwise you kill the milk. You won't get any milk, okay? Same with the house. So we buy a house, we rent it out, and every month we get an income. You add more properties to that portfolio and your income increases. So that's the first way that we can earn money from a property. The second way is through equity growth. So this is where we're going to buy a property, let's say at 100k, and it's going to increase in value. Now there's various ways we can make it increase in value, but for the example here, let's just say there are increases in value by 50,000. So now it's worth 150,000, okay? So we've now just made £50,000 profit, okay? So that's the second method, equity growth. Now, you might think, well, these are all simple and everybody knows it, but I only make videos based on the questions and the emails and the comments that viewers make. So this is one of the most common questions that comes up. People say to me, well, aside from rent to rent and serviced accommodation and all those other strategies, what are the main areas you can earn money? So if you feel that some of this is a little bit trivial, I do apologise, but I'm just trying to help out everybody, and this is one of the most common questions. So equity growth, so we've got 50k, £50,000 profit there. Now, how can we get growth? Well, we can either wait for time. As time goes on, property prices will increase, so therefore we'll get equity growth there. Or we could force the appreciation. So we could force it, and what I mean by that is we could do something to it, we could add value to it, yeah? So I'm just going to put here, add value. So for example, we could put an extension on the property. We could put a loft conversion in, so it makes the property larger in size and therefore worth more. So second way is equity growth. And the third way, which is kind of tied in with the second way, but I'd just like to put it completely separate, is we can do refurbs, stroke flips. So we can buy a property below value. So let's use this same example. So we've got a property that's valued at 100k, and we're going to be buying it for 75k. We're going to then refurbish it, and after we refurbish it, we might have an end value of, let's say, 120, which means we've just made £45,000 profit. And if you've been watching my channel for a while and you've been looking at my other videos, you know that I like to call this the conveyor belt method. So we take a property, we put it onto the, imagine a factory conveyor belt, we take the property, we put it onto the conveyor belt, and we start doing something to it. We paint it, we decorate it, we might put a new kitchen in, and as it goes along the conveyor belt, like a production line, we do something to it, and then it drops off the end of the conveyor belt and deposits a nice chunk of money into our bank account, okay? So that's the three ways, and that's the three ways that I use. So I always buy the asset. I don't rent the asset and then do something with it, although each to their own. If you do that, or if you've seen other people do that, that's fine, but something I don't specialize in and I don't teach. So I always teach, buy the asset, and then depending on your strategy, it's either a cash flow strategy, an equity growth strategy, or a flip strategy to get lump sums. Now, I like to do all three. So, for example, I will buy below value at 75k, let's say, 25% below value. Then I'll do a refurb, and then I'll keep it in the portfolio. So I've now made some extra equity from day one, and I'm now getting cash flow from not necessarily day one, but whenever we finish the refurb. So I like to mix all three together. And the only time that I would sell a property is to give me lump sums of cash. So yes, this will give you monthly cash flow, and this here will give you long-term equity growth. But if you really want some lump sums now to maybe get you going, or to boost your cash position, then if you do this third method and do some flips, you can get to where you want to be. So if you want some free training, some extra free training, there's plenty of free training on YouTube, but if you want some extra free training, then I have got like a short 30-minute training video that I've put together which explains about buying below value and adding value and earning a monthly cash flow. So I do explain how you can go and earn £8,000 to £10,000 a month in the next 3 years as a monthly cash flow. If you want that information, drop me an email. The email is in the About section. If you click on the About section, you'll see the email, or I'll give it you now. It's nickelsmore61@gmail.com. Make sure you spell Elsmore correctly, as in the channel name. So, hope that's been useful, guys. Any comments, put them below. Keep the emails coming and all the questions coming. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell. And like it as well. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.